Good evening, everyone. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome all our respected leaders, entrepreneurs, business owners, professionals, fellow JCs, and distinguished guests to another enriching session proudly presented by JCI Tripura. This year, our journey continues under the vision of purpose, participation, progress, and today's session perfectly reflects that mission. Have you ever wondered why some people can capture attention the moment they begin speaking, while others struggle to make their message memorable? The answer is simple. People may forget facts, people may forget figures, but people rarely forget a great story. Stories create emotions, emotions build trust, and trust creates influence. That is exactly what today's session is all about. Storytelling that builds influence. Influence customers before you sell to them. Whether you are whether you are an entrepreneur, a business professional, a salesperson, a trainer, a leader, or someone who simply wants to communicate more effectively, today's session promises practical insights into using stories to inspire, persuade, and influence people. Thank you all for joining us. Let us discover how the right story can open hearts before it opens minds and influence people long before a sale is ever made. Every memorable story begins with a powerful storyteller, and every powerful storyteller understands that influence is built through connection, not just communication. Tonight, we are privileged to have with us an inspiring trainer who has dedicated herself to empowering people through learning, leadership, and effective communication. Our distinguished resource person is a provisional national trainer of JCI India, representing JCI Perindalmanna, Zone 28. Known for her engaging training style and passion for developing people, she has been inspiring learners through impactful sessions that blend practical knowledge with meaningful experiences. As a provisional national trainer, she has consistently demonstrated excellence in communication, presentation, and leadership development, earning appreciation from participants across various JCI platforms. Her ability to simplify complex ideas and transform them into relatable stories make her the perfect resource person for today's topic. Because influence is not about speaking more, it is about speaking in a way that people remember, relate to, and respond to. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in extending a warm and enthusiastic welcome to our distinguished speaker, JFG Usha R. Purnima. Ma'am, it is truly an honor and privilege to have you with us this evening. We eagerly look forward to learning how storytelling can become one of the most powerful tools for building trust, influencing customers, inspiring teams, and creating lasting impressions. On behalf of the entire JCI Tripura family, we welcome you. Madam, the stage is yours.
Thank you, Mr. Sitesh, for that wonderful presentation. So I could see people from different parts of India who have joined here. So I think I'll take forward the session in English. Is it okay with all of you? Can I have a thumbs up? Thank you. Thank you so much. I could see only Mr. Sitesh on screen. I would love to see you all. If it is possible, please turn on your videos because on a rainy day like this at 8 o'clock, if you people have joined here, for sure you have a mindset to learn. Thank you, Mr. Tiju. Thank you so much. Thank you, Shilpa ma'am. Thank you, Mr. Manoj. Thank you so much. Now this is the energy. So with this energy, let us begin. Sit comfortably, no problem if you're sitting in your couch, if you're sitting in your office, if you're traveling, that's completely fine. But if you're driving, please don't keep your videos on. Yes, drive safe. So I hope you all are ready for today's session. Let me tell you, I haven't prepared anything much, but we together are going to explore something today. Are you all ready? Come on, guys, give me a thumbs up. Thank you so much. So, can I please know, like, what are your professions today? Because when Sitesh invited me, he said, like, we are going to have entrepreneurs and you're going to teach them storytelling. But for sure, I know many people out here, only a very few are entrepreneurs. I would just love to know who you are. Are you a homemaker? Are you a trainer? Are you a student? Who you are? What is your profession? Can I have it in the chat? What is your profession? Come on, my dears. I know JFM Mugilvanan is a student. Shilpa ma'am is a fashion designer. Okay. How about Miss Anjana, Mr. Tansir, Mr. Tiju, Mr. Siddesh? Mr. Tanzir is a teacher. Yes. Mughal Vanan is a researcher by profession and a trainer by passion. Yes. Desh, CA. Okay. How about Ms. Anjana? Okay, Mr. Tiju is an entrepreneur. Anjana? Okay. Keep answering this question. See, the reason I have asked this question is very simple. Because people who have joined would be thinking, I'm a teacher, what is there in it for me? I'm a trainer, what is in it for me? I'm an entrepreneur, okay, I can learn some business storytelling. Some may think I'm just a mom, I'm a homepreneur, I'm just a homemaker, what is there in it for me? My dear friends, storytelling is not just for motivational speakers. Storytelling is not just for trainers. Storytelling is a life skill. Do you accept this or not? Is storytelling a life skill? As a parent, you need to tell a lot of stories to your children. Not necessarily bedtime stories, but a lot of your life experiences now and then. As a teacher, your classes will become engaged only when you give your sessions through stories. As trainers, of course, we need a lot of stories. As leaders, Mr. Sitesh, I'm sure you would agree, whether you're speaking to your LGB team or whether you're speaking to your ZGB team or your team members, you need stories. You just can't give some instructions. Stories are a part of our life. So please don't think, why have I joined here? What is there going to be in this for me? This is going to be a life skill that each and every one of you are going to learn. I hope you're all ready. Okay, let me simply ask you a question. How many training programs you would have attended in your life? Some approximate numbers, both online and offline together. Because nowadays, every day, every local organization is conducting one or the other online program, right? So, how many training programs have you attended in your life? 200. Yes, Mughal has attended 200 programs. Mr. Sitesh, 250 plus. How about Shilpa ma'am? Tiju sir? How many programs you would have attended in your life? 50. Okay. Okay, let me ask you a simple question. Can you tell me, Mughal, you have attended 200 programs. Tiju sir has attended 50 programs. Can you tell me the title of at least 10 to 15 programs and what was the content that the trainer delivered? Just the gist of it. How many of you can tell now? 15 programs. Just raise your hand. Ma'am, I can correctly tell this was the title of the program, this was the trainer, this was the main topic. Okay, okay, Shilpa ma'am can say 15 trainings. Very good, very good. How about others? Okay, let me twist the question like this. We all would have attended many training programs. Even it would be a speech, it could be a keynote address, it could be any meeting. How many of you remember the stories shared by those speakers or trainers? Raise your hand if you remember those stories. Yes, I see only the first bench students, Miss Shilpa and Miss Sitesh, answering all the questions. I'm not sure if others are like super busy. I think Tiju sir is holding his mobile with both his hands, and that is why he is not replying. But I could see in the smile. Tiju sir, thank you so much. See, the point I would like to convey here is it is very easy to remember the stories. We even forget the name of the person who has told that story. It can be his life experience, but when we go through something in our life, we think about this. I heard this in one of the training programs. One famous trainer, I forgot his name, but he told this beautiful incident in his life. My dear friends, that is the power of stories. Nowadays, if you see online anywhere, there is a lot of programs about business storytelling. Let me tell you, that is not something that we all can't learn or we don't know. It is something very simple that each and every one of us have been using in our life even without our knowledge. Let me give you a small example for that. Before that, let me give a very small introduction about me. Hi, I'm Usha Purnima. I'm from Zone 28. I'm the current ZD Community Development, and I'm also a provisional national trainer. Hi, everyone. Hope you're doing good. Okay, let me just try to tweak it little. Hi everyone, I'm Usha Purnima, a biomedical engineer by profession, born and brought up in Tamil Nadu. I was working with L&T after my marriage. It was a love marriage, a marriage between two states. He was a Malu, so I had to shift to Kerala. After coming down to Kerala after my two kids, I was just thinking like what I should do. And one credit my teachers always give me is you are a chatterbox. So I knew very well I'm good at my communication. I thought I should do something about it. I worked on that. I became a trainer. I became an internationally certified master trainer, NLP practitioner, phonics trainer, this, that, all under the roof. But I didn't know Malayalam. I know everything. I can take trainings online, I can take trainings in English, but I can't take training in the place where I am in. During COVID, I was one of the person who was taking a lots and lots of trainings, and my mother-in-law, father-in-law, and my husband would be thinking, what is this girl doing with the laptop, sitting in a room and speaking alone? That is when I decided I had to do something. I would love to take trainings in Malayalam. And the only option I had was to join JCI. My only intention was to take trainings in Malayalam and to reach the level of the JCI India National Trainer. 2023, I started my journey with JCI. 2022, actually. 2023, I was the VP training, then I was the president, then I was the zone director training, and this year the zone director community development, and I achieved my dream of becoming a national trainer. I'm a national trainer provisional now, my dear friends, from JCI India Zone 28. Oh, I could see a lot of claps and smiles. Why so? I introduced me the first time in a very simple way. In fact, I took too much of time during the second time. But which one do you think created a connection? Option 1 or option 2? Option 2. Why, Mr. Sitesh? Why option 2?
More personalized, more connecting.
More personalized, more connecting. Mugil, why option 2? Okay, I think Mugil is busy with something. See, let me put it in a very simple words. Uh, First, whatever I had introduced about myself just says like some information about me, what I do. But the second way that I introduced really showed that who I am actually, who I am. That is the power of storytelling. That creates the connection, my dear friends. See, daily we interact with a lot of people. It could be for a business pitch, it could be with our team, it could be with anyone around us for our personal and professional life. Instead of speaking with facts and figures, try using stories. See, now you are in a beautiful platform, an online training conducted by one of the very renowned local organizations of Kerala, JCI Tripurayar. Yes. So now I'm giving you an opportunity. I want each one of the screen. I'll be giving you 30 seconds. I want you to introduce yourself. I don't want these cliche introductions of, hi, I am this from this chapter, I am doing this. No. I want you to add some element of storytelling so that none of us, all the 11 here, all the 10 here will be remembering you. Sorry, all the 9 here except you. Everyone should remember who Mr. Tiju is, who Ms. Shilpa is, who Ms. Anjana is. I'll give you 30 seconds. Just try to introduce yourself in a very impressive way, in the way like you know to tell a story. Okay, just 30 seconds for each person, okay? Can we start? Whom should we start with? I don't want any facts and figures. Again, don't tell this is my hometown. I come from here. I have one wife. I have 2 children. No, I don't want all that. Is that okay? Shall we start? Yes. Let me start with Mr. Tiju. Mr. Tiju, uh, is his screen frozen? Okay. In that case, let me move on to Mr. Sitesh.
Yes, hello. I'm Sitesh. I'm the president of JCI Tripurayar this year. I'm using this year as a reflection of my journey through my life from my childhood days till the day I became a president. So my whole motive is to just bring my life to as a canvas through through the programs that we do. So that's something that I want to convey. Thank you.
Beautiful, beautiful introduction, like a poetry. Okay. Can we have Mr. Mugil? Mugil? Yes, Mugil. Please.
Hello everyone, I am audible.
Yes, you are.
Thank you so much. I have a thing to share with you all. A boy who is introvert in nature, who is very shy enough with the people, who has more challenges in his childhood, has transformed himself by his gradual courage with his support of parents, mentors, teachers, and finally After some time, year after year, he become a trainer, researcher, and that the person is me, V.M. Mugilvannan from Neyveli, Tamil Nadu. Thank you all.
That was very impressive, Mugil. Thank you. Thank you so much. Mr. Tiju. Yeah, I am waiting to share the screen. It was intentional. Yes, Mr. Tiju. Are you able to unmute?
Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone. I like to hear your words, how to say, how to impress the others without the cliche story about yourselves. Just say about in a different way. How can I say that in a different way like that? I'm also a president of JC Edapalli. I'm in a learning stage of doing how to do all the things in a community development and the training way. I'm also doing the same way what is Siddharth is doing like that. Then what else? I'm also interested to do these kinds of participation and these kinds of jobs. Whatever the thing we do within a passionate way, that is the way, that is the thing I'm doing in my lifestyle also. Whatever the things do the full commitment in a family life or a business life or in anything. That is the thing. I'm from Kakinad, living with my family. Okay, thank you all. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Tiju. Okay, so almost everyone here has beautifully introduced themselves. Just give me a second to share the screen. So, storytelling that builds influence. So, let me give you a very simple idea of how you can tell stories, the basic formula for storytelling. Okay, it is something that is a framework where anyone can use, whether if you're a teacher to make your sessions memorable, if you're a leader to help your team believe in your vision, or if you're a salesperson to build trust among your members, if you're a person who is into networking to create your journey, to start your journey, or if you're a student in your interviews or presentations. For all of you, this is a very common framework. Because it's a mixed crowd, I have taken the examples in that way. If it was like completely entrepreneurs, I would have taken it in a different way. As it is just a different mixed crowd, I'm going with this way. It is a very simple formula, my dear friends. This is the story framework. Okay, STORY. S stands for situation. T stands for the tension or the challenge that you were going through. And O stands for the opportunity you had. And R stands for the result that happened because you took the opportunity. And Y stands for your message. That is, what is the lesson? I'll give you an example so that you will understand it well. Just imagine there is a teacher who is addressing a PTA meeting. Okay, a teacher is addressing in a PTA meeting. She can use this framework of story to convey a message in a beautiful way. So just imagine a parent is coming there and telling, ma'am, the students are like not at all reading. They are in their 5th grade. They are not able to read the books. They are finding it really difficult. The teacher can answer it in a very simple way. Ma'am, we are trying our level best. We are giving many activities. We are giving many homework. This is a normal way a teacher replies, right? But if she would like to make it very impactful, if she would like to create an influence, she can add stories in the way she communicate. For example, she can say it like this. Ma'am, few years back, I was handling grade 5. And those students were facing the same kind of a challenge. That is, they were not at all able to read. Out of 50 students in the class, only 5 or 10 students were able to read. But that time I just had an opportunity. My principal, that is our principal, said, Ma'am, you can try anything out. We are here to support you. So that is when I decided in my 40 minutes class, every day the first 10 minutes was completely given for reading. They did individual reading, they did group reading, then they tried to explain whatever they have read. And this went on for nearly 6 months. And trust me, ma'am, the result was amazing. Within few months, the children started reading, and not just that, they started the habit of reading books too. So, one thing as a teacher I have understood in my life is, if we set a habit to our children and if we are guiding them and encouraging them, for sure they can become good readers. So, don't worry, I will help your child. Do you think this answer would be more convincing than the first one? Yes or no? Yes? Yes? So imagine there is a leader, maybe a local organization president, who is like telling like, okay, see, all the presidents, the biggest challenge we face is we try to arrange different number of programs, right? A lot and lot of unique programs, but the turnout of members are always low. Just they don't understand the value that they're getting because it is given for free most of the time. They don't utilize it. Okay, so just imagine a leader who is presenting this, maybe in a president's meet or somewhere when you're presenting it, or when you're speaking to your team members itself, your LGB or your local organization members. You can put it forth in a beautiful way where you are using this story framework. Anything that you're conveying can be used, shared using this story framework. A president can tell, see, my dear friends, before I became a local organization president, I still remember I was just a new member who joined this local organization. And I just paid my membership dues, but I had never turned out for any meeting where, because I really didn't have time. But one day, one call actually changed my life. There was a training program. My local organization president had invited me. I just told him I'll join, but I didn't join. But immediately after that meeting, that president called me personally and asked, Sitesh, we were expecting your presence. What happened? Why you didn't join? Is everything okay? That call made a personal connection. And my dear friends, from that day onwards, whatever program has been conducted in my local organization, I became a part of it. So this is the same kind of a connection that I expect from all of you VP, all of the vice presidents. Don't force our members. They have paid their membership fees here, and they are not here to come for all the programs. But the way you invite them, the way you connect with them will make them think that they shouldn't miss this program. This is a way where a leader can speak with the team members rather than telling, oh, why is the turnout low? Why are you not doing this project? This is a voluntary organization. We can't force people to do things. But when we make them emotionally connected to things, it will be easy for them to understand. So keep this framework in your mind. Wherever you go, wherever you speak, try to use this. Even in your sales pitch, even in your networking, when you're discussing with your team members, when you're discussing as a leader, try to use this simple technique. Try to connect using stories with people. And we would have seen this everywhere. Just imagine, I could see Miss Dr. Reena here with two beautiful kids on the screen. Reena ma'am, we would love to see your face. If possible, please turn on your video. Just imagine you're going to a shop to purchase an outfit, a sari or a salwar or anything. The person usually doesn't tell about the price. If you ask, like, oh, how much does this cost? They say it costs just 4,999. And a very few people speak about the quality of the dress. They say this is this fabric, this comes from there, this is very imported, we have very few pieces. Only very few salespeople speak facts and figures. But there are few people who try to connect with us. They say, ma'am, this is the best piece. In our shop, we had just 5 pieces. Trust me, 4 doctors actually took it. I'm so surprised that now Dr. Reena is also having this. Ma'am, doctor Anale. So that wouldn't have even happened there. But when the salesperson tries to see, you will feel like, okay, my selection is good. Anywhere we go, even the person who comes to sell puppet in our house, who comes on the roadside, when they come, they'll say, ma'am, I'm suffering so much. I'm doing this for their kid. They never say about this is made with this much. This is the price of this. We have these many quantities of puppets. They try to sell their emotions there. Be it roadside sellers, be it the advertisements. What are the advertisements all about? In TV, we see a lot of ads now. In Instagram, we see a lot of reels now. It is all built with stories, right? We sit with the Instagram scrolling the reels all the day. There will be many dance reels, food reels, all these things will be there. But if there is a reel which is content oriented reel showing some story or speaking about someone's life or speaking about something about someone, that is where we become curious. That becomes a scroll stopping reel. Yes or no? The other reels we keep swiping, but when it comes to a story, but when it comes to a news, we are like so excited. So as business owners, so as CA, let me because I love the crowd here because there are like very few people I can easily connect with all of you. Coming to Mr. Sitesh, Mr. Sitesh is a CA. Mr. Sitesh, where do you think you can use the story framework?
Basically making clients understand what sort of services we are offering.
Okay,
Very
what are
technical in
sort of
nature. So
services? And at times, no, some customers they don't understand the importance of a particular process. You may say, sir, we have to do this, you have to send this, your digital signature, you have to send it to us. This has to be done. They'll not understand. But casually, if you're telling them a story of some customer, it could be real or you could make it. We similarly had a customer like this. He was like very perfect in paying all his taxes and everything, but this simple mistake cost him lakhs. That one story is enough to make this person think, oh my God, I have to do it. So even in your regular work, you can use it. Yes, Miss Anjana. Miss Anjana, are you here? Okay. Mr. Tiju?
Yes.
Tiju sir ഒരു entrepreneur ആണല്ലേ?
അതെ.
Okay, Tiju sir എന്താണ് ബിസിനസ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്?
IT ആണ്, സോഫ്റ്റ്വെയർ ഡെവലപ്മെന്റ്.
സോഫ്റ്റ്വെയർ ഡെവലപ്മെന്റ് ആണ്. ഓക്കെ, സോഫ്റ്റ്വെയർ ഡെവലപ്മെന്റ് സാർ എന്തൊക്കെയാണ് ആപ്ലിക്കേഷൻസ് ആപ്സ് ഒക്കെ ചെയ്തു കൊടുക്കാറുണ്ട് അല്ലെ?
അതെ. മൊബൈൽ ആപ്പ്, വെബ് ആപ്ലിക്കേഷൻസ് അതൊക്കെയാണ് നമ്മൾ
മൊബൈൽ
ചെയ്തു
ആപ്പ്,
കൊടുക്കുന്നത്.
വെബ് ആപ്പ്. ഓക്കെ, ഈ മൊബൈൽ ആപ്പ്, വെബ് ആപ്പ് ഒക്കെ ചെയ്ത് കൊടുക്കുന്ന സമയത്ത് നമ്മൾ യൂസ് ചെയ്യുന്ന ഒരു സ്റ്റോറി ടെല്ലിംഗ് മെത്തഡോളജി ഉണ്ട്. ഫ്യൂച്ചർ എങ്ങനെയാണ് ആൾക്കാർക്ക് കാണിച്ചു കൊടുക്കുക അല്ലെ? ലൈക്ക്
അതെ.
ഇത് യൂസ് ചെയ്ത് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ ഉണ്ടല്ലോ നിങ്ങളുടെ വർക്ക് ഇത്രയ്ക്ക് എളുപ്പമാവും. നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ഇത്ര ആൾക്കാരെ ഇവിടെ വെക്കേണ്ട ആവശ്യമില്ല. ജസ്റ്റ് ഈ കാര്യങ്ങൾ ഇവിടെ എൻ്റർ ചെയ്ത് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ എല്ലാം സാറിന്റെ ഫിംഗർ ടിപ്സിലായിരിക്കും. ഇങ്ങനെ അവർ ഒരു ആലോചിക്കാൻ പറ്റാത്ത ആഗ്രഹിക്കുന്ന ഒരു സ്റ്റോറി, ഒരു വിഷ്വൽ ആയിരിക്കും നമ്മൾ കൊണ്ടുവരാം അല്ലെ? നമ്മൾ ഒരിക്കലും സർ ഈ ആപ്പ് എടുത്തു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ ഇതാണ് പ്രൈസ് വെച്ചിട്ടോ അതിന്റെ ടൈമിംഗ് വെച്ചിട്ടോ അതിന്റെ ടെക്നിക്കൽ ഡീറ്റെയിൽസോ നമ്മൾ സംസാരിക്കാറില്ല. അത് അവരുടെ ലൈഫിൽ വന്നു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ അവർക്ക് എത്രമാത്രം അത് ഇഫക്റ്റീവ് ആവും എന്നുള്ളതായിരിക്കും നമ്മൾ കണക്ട് ചെയ്യാൻ നോക്കുക. യെസ് ഓർ നോ? യെസ് ഓർ നോ? സോ നിങ്ങൾ എല്ലാവരും ഈ സ്റ്റോറി ഫ്രെയിംവർക്ക് ലൈഫിൽ യൂസ് ചെയ്തുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കുന്നതാണ്. നമ്മുടെ വീട്ടിൽ കുട്ടി ഭക്ഷണം കഴിക്കാണ്ടിരിക്കുമ്പോൾ കുട്ടിയെ പേടിപ്പിക്കുന്നത് തൊട്ട് ഞാൻ ഇങ്ങനെ കഴിക്കാണ്ടിരുന്നപ്പോ എന്തായി അറിയോ എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് തൊട്ട് നമ്മളുടെ കസ്റ്റമേഴ്സോട് സംസാരിക്കുമ്പോഴും വീട്ടിലുള്ളവരോട് സംസാരിക്കുമ്പോഴും എല്ലാ സ്ഥലങ്ങളിലും വി കീപ് യൂസിങ് സ്റ്റോറീസ്. Let us keep using it and let us think about it in a very better way. That is what this session is all about. It is not that we don't use stories. എവിടെ എത്തി എന്ന് ചോദിക്കുമ്പോൾ ദാ അവിടെ എത്തി, ഞാൻ വന്നുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കുമ്പോ ഉണ്ടല്ലോ ജസ്റ്റ് ഭയങ്കര തിരക്കാണ്, ആ ഫ്ലൈ ഓവറിൽ ഉണ്ടല്ലോ എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞ ഒരു കഥ ഉണ്ടാക്കുന്നത് തൊട്ട് we know to make stories. We know to make impressive stories, but let us make it with intention to make our business or to make our speech or to make our training very impactful. നമ്മൾ പറയും എപ്പോഴും ഒരു ട്രെയിനർ ആയിട്ട് നമ്മൾ സംസാരിക്കുന്ന സമയത്ത് I hope there are no non-Malayalis here. Sitesh sir, are there any non-Malayalis here?
yes, ma'am. Yes.
There are non-Malayalis. Okay, fine. So let me continue in English itself. See, as a trainer, when we take a session, we say like stories are very important. But always, instead of talking about APJ Abdul Kalam or quoting someone, when I use my own stories, it becomes very relatable, right? So how can we do that? How is it really possible? It is very simple, my dear friends. Try to collect the memories and moments in your life. Please don't miss that. And keep a note of all these things. Maybe at some point you can use it somewhere to impress someone, to influence someone. I'll just tell you 5 important stories that each and every one of you should be ready with at any point of time in your life. I'll be sharing this slide with you, not an issue. The first story is why I started. The answer for your why. Tiju Shah should tell like why he started the software business. Dr. Reena should tell why she became a doctor. Mugil should be telling like why he took research as a profession. Sitesh should be telling like why CA is very important to him. So such kind of stories, the real facts, the real stories will become really helpful to you when you give a self intro, when you do a networking, when you're going to do a keynote address or any social network. That is the why story. Why I started. Why am I doing what I am doing? Okay, that is the first story each and every one of us should be thinking about. And the second story is the biggest failure in my life. All of us would have gone through ups and downs in our life. But what is that one big failure in your life that has taught you something? That has shown that you are a person who is like very resilient, who is a person with a lot of perseverance, who just bounces back in life. That becomes a motivational story. You can share in any, as a leader you can share that story, as a what to say, as a team leader and a team meeting you can share that story. Now if we see any senior leader in JCI, they always used to talk about their journey in JCI, right? When I was a local organization president, when I was a member, this is the kind of a story they used to share in any keynote address. Yes or no? If there is a zone president there, the zone president will be sharing a story about his relationship with that chief guest or a guest of honor where they met in some point of their life. These are kind of stories that connect to people. Okay, so the second story is the biggest failure in your life. Okay, and the third important story is for entrepreneurs, especially customer transformation. I can say, like, I have trained like 10,000 plus students, but instead of that, if I say, I still remember this one student who came to me. He was from a Tamil medium. He didn't know how to speak in English. So I just told him one thing, my dear friends. Language is not to impress people. Language is to communicate with people who don't know or don't understand your regional language. If there is a person in front of you who doesn't know your regional language, that is the place where English will help you. Don't think English is something big. Trust me, my dear friends, that gave him a confidence and he started seeing that just as a tool, just as an opportunity. When I say like this, that shows the transformation I have got in people. It is not just I have trained 10,000 people, I have trained 5,000 people. When Dr. Reena says I have transformed, I have helped these many patients, one patient success story is enough for people to trust her. Yes, when Sitesh sir speaks about his 10 or 15 years of experience, instead of that, he can speak about one client for whom he has saved like lakhs and lakhs of rupees just because of proper taxation. Correct? That makes people trust you rather than the facts and figures. So that is the third story any entrepreneur should be ready with. So whenever he has been called for an interview, whenever there is a talk, whenever he is called for a talk, when he is called for an addressing the team, he can use these stories there because they are proof that you people have achieved in your life. You people have set milestones in your life. And the fourth important thing is the biggest lesson. We all would have gone through something and we have learned something in our life. That is the best story to share with our children, with our family, with the youngsters, with our mentees, whoever is asking us advice, you can share with them. And as a leader, share your failures, share your lessons. Because none of us have reached this position just like that. It was not at all a cakewalk. We had our own struggles, we had our own battles. So just don't give some fake motivation to people. Just tell people that life is not a bed of roses. But if you have to achieve your goal, you have to go through all these things. And if you're stuck here, you're going to being stuck here forever. That is the way you have to speak. That is the way, like when Sitesh introduced today, he was telling like, some people are able to connect more. How? Why do we all like Vaman sir's training? It has a lots of stories in that. He shares many stories, right? Do you like a trainer who just puts the PPT with the current technology of AI using the gamma and all these things, beautiful pictures, and just showing the slides and doing some activities, games, and energizers? You may enjoy it, but if it has to stand in your mind, have you seen any big training sessions in JCI? It always ends with some impactful stories. The message of that training will be conveyed through a story once again because It is being enforced again and again, and we are emphasizing on that point. So keep stories in handy. You should have it in your pocket. Whenever you have to pick one of these stories and speak. And future vision. As leader, Mr. Sitesh, for sure, when you took your oath this year as the president, you would have given your presidential speech where you would have just shared about the future for the vision you have for this year. That is what people want to know. They don't want you to motivate them. They don't want you to tell what JCI is. What are you going to do for them this year? Not just here, Sitesh, not just as a president, anywhere as a leader. If you're having a hospital, you have 5 staff working for you there, you are the leader. They should know what is the vision of the leader. They should know what is the future that is waiting for us. So, as people, as professional, as entrepreneurs, these are 5 stories you have to think and be ready with. We wouldn't have even thought about this. When someone asks, why are you doing what you're doing? We'll say, like, it's just like that. My life had its own thing. I had this as a big dream to become a CA. I want to become a researcher. This is all there. But if you're trying to give it in a very impactful way, people will not forget you. I'll tell you again, people may forget your name. People may forget the name of the training session. People may forget the day they met you, but they will never forget the way you made them feel. So, as entrepreneurs, as professionals, be ready with these stories. And how to tell these stories? Just be yourself. No faking, no add ons, nothing. Just be yourself. Just speak in a very genuine way. Don't bring up cooked up stories. Try to give stories that are from your real life. Why do we like many advertisements? Because whatever we see there reminds us of our childhood or reminds us of a scene that we are going through in our life. Am I right? That is how they create the ads. The same way, know whom you're talking to, use the story in that way. Understand the situation, understand the people you're addressing, know your audience, and pick the story. Whenever next time you're going to give a speech or address a team or address an audience, understand their need, keep a goal of your speech, and try to pick any of these stories and speak. It is good to quote great leaders, not at all a mistake. But more than that, if you are able to quote yourself, something that has happened in your life, something about you, that brings a lot of authenticity. Got the point? Yes. So, what I want you to do is please make a note of it. I'll share this PPT with Sitesh. Sitesh, you can share with your team also. Let everyone be ready with these stories with them. Be it a networking event, be it a elevator pitch, be it a business meeting, be it a networking meeting, be it anywhere, wherever they go, let them keep these things ready with them. Today night, you people should be thinking, what is my story? Why I started, what is my failure, what is the biggest transformation I have made in the society or in the community or at my home? What is the biggest lesson I have learned and what is my future vision? If you have these 5 stories and if you are delivering this at the right place in a very genuine way, that will create the real influence. And use the story framework that I was speaking about. The story, the tension, the opportunity, the result, and what was your lesson. My dear friends, people may forget what you said. People may forget what you sold, but they will never forget the story that they made them believe. And trust me, any person is buying from a business because they trust the person behind it. Why do they bring like big actors as ambassadors for jewelry shop? We may forget like who is the owner of the shop, but we'll never forget who is the brand ambassador, right? Ha, Manju Warrier comes in this. Ah, Mohanlal comes in this. This is how we speak about. We trust people. It may be the 21st century. We are moving in the world of AI, but still we connect with people. We come for people. We trust people and we buy from people. So please try to use genuine experiences, genuine stories, and try to connect wherever you can. Okay, so that is all I would love to share with you. And if you have any questions about this, you can please ask.
Thank you, ma'am. We now open the platform for any Q&A or feedback. If you have anything, please do feel free to unmute yourself and please post your question or any feedback. Can invite Dr. Reena for a feedback or a question.
I just want to ask, while sharing personal experience is valuable, I often feel my journey is only meaningful to me since my content focus on media studies because I'm media background. I'm concerned that the audience isn't connecting with it, and what is the best way to address this gap?
Okay, Reena ma'am, you are into media background.
Yes,
What do
and
you
my
do
example
basically?
in studies always related to media example, like a fear when I face the first time fear in audience. So always my example is related to media experienced.
So now, what do you do? What do you do basically? Like what is your profession basically?
Right now, I'm a trainer, national trainer. I was
Okay.
a news reader and a news editor earlier, and then I
Mm-hmm.
just finished my PhD in media, and
Mm-hmm.
lots of studies because of the long journey I faces because I belong to a small town, and I have lots of experience I want to share with people. But sometimes I feel that maybe the new generation may not connected with this. Even my kids not easily connect with the situations from where I belong. They say, "Mama, what are you saying? It's not sensible and all." That's my concern.
Yeah. Rita ma'am, I completely accept the point. Our children wouldn't like how we commented to our parents, Amma, please don't tell these stories. Things have changed. Now our kids are telling to us, Mama, please don't tell this. Things have changed. And now what is the biggest thing that is happening is our grandmothers, what they do is like as bedtime stories, they speak about all the naughtiness we did as children. So whenever I tell my son something, he'll tell, grandma told you also did this, don't tell me. That is what is happening. So children, that is a different part, just leave it. But as a professional national trainer, when you're addressing people, Miss Reena, for sure you can try to put forth your personal examples in places. For example, if you're taking a session for women, of course, you coming from a very small place and coming to this position is not at all easy. You can share there, but you should know where to share and what to share. That is one thing you have to be very clear about. So that is why I told you, just on the spot, don't pick stories. Have stories ready even before going to this session. Today, if you have joined a little bit earlier, I introduced myself to this crowd in a very simple way. Like I could introduce me in a very simple way, like I am Usha Purnima, I am from Zone 28, I'm a provisional national trainer. People will remember me. But if I would like to create a connection, I should tell my story, where I started, why I joined JCI, how I reached this place. So people will never forget me. There will be a connection there. So, Reena, I think little bit of preparation by knowing the audience before, and that will help you to actually use your real life experiences become helpful for the others. That is what I feel. Just don't try to do it impromptu, but just try to prepare and then deliver. For sure, it will be connecting.
Okay, earlier I had a training about a reading habit, and I
Hmm.
just shared how my life changed because of the habit of reading, and
Hmm.
how the small town girl become a PhD holder. Then, but
Hmm.
after that, I feel why I'm sharing these things.
You
Uh,
have to. You have to. You actually now
I
you are
was so
having a fixed
concerned
mindset.
about that why I'm sharing these things. This is
No,
too.
no, no, no. It is not like that. See, just imagine now in this whole screen, I could see only Mr. Sitesh keeping his video on. And I'm sure that all the 10 people here are listening. All the 9 are listening here. Even if all are keeping their videos on, or even if Sitesh is keeping the video off, my energy, my examples would be the same. That is what you have to do as a trainer, because at times you may not even get response from people. At times the people's facial reaction will be just very neutral. You will not even understand whether they are understanding it, whether they are sarcastic about what we are telling, or whether they're telling, oh, this is too much. We will not understand it. There will be different kind of people there, but you do what your heart and mind says, because you can't just like that become a professional national trainer in JCA India. You would have gone through all the process. So that means that you are like well qualified to tell that. And from a small girl from a small village to reaching this place is also not so easy. If you have done that, that also means that you have some story worth sharing. See, in an audience of 100, if one person is just smiling at you, that is enough for you to take a session. Whenever some local organizations call me for training, they'll say, ma'am, please don't mistake. Nowadays, people are not turning up for trainings. I'll say, even if there is one person sitting there, I'm okay to stand there and take a training. If I'm able to bring an impact in him, that is okay for me. That is why we are here as trainers. There are trainers who will take only sessions when the hall is full. But we are trainers JCA trainers who try to create impact in people, even if there is just one person in the crowd. So, Dr. Reena, keep going, and I'm sure your stories are going to be inspiring people. And one day, someone will come and tell you, ma'am, your story inspired me. Trust me,
Oh,
and on that day, you have to
thanks.
tell me.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Reena.
Thank you so much,
Yes,
Reena
anyone?
ma'am. I recognize the presence of Zone Chairman, JCOM Zone 21, Ajish Balakrishnan, sir. Yes.
Hello.
Can I have a small feedback, sir, from you?
Yeah, ma'am. How are you?
Hi, how are you?
Fine, fine. Actually, I am driving. That is why I could not make my video on. And this was very accidentally only I seen this link in the president group, and I have joined at 8:30 only. Anyway, it was a very nice session, and it is a coincidence also because two 3 days back I was searching for some trainer development tips, and I seen the same thing that make a note of every experiences and keep it as a story that we can use in our training sessions. So it's a coincidence to me. Anyway, it was very nice, and I just entered to this session only seeing your name.
Thank
Even
you.
I just entered only to hear you, and it was worth.
Thank you, Mr. Rajesh. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. How can I forget Mugil?
Thank you, President. Hi, Usha ma'am. How are you, ma'am?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
I'm fine, ma'am. Today I learned so many things from the session, the story framework and emotion, how we are conveying with the people, then authenticity via our own story. These are the takeaways from today's session, and that 5 stories toolkit is totally awesome, very realistic to apply in my day-to-day activities, in my training and anywhere, everywhere. So I'm happy to learn these takeaways and I will implement in my life and I will update myself as a trainer, as a researcher, as a whole. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Thank you, Mikhail.
Thank you, Mugil. Tiju, JC Tiju, can we have a feedback from you?
Okay, so that actually right now I'm driving. Anyway, ma'am, your energy is delivering through the way you are communicating very valuable points and inspiring. Actually, I love so much your classes. And right now I am saying, Sidesh, whenever you call her again, let me know again. Okay, I also wish to attend the class again. Okay.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, teacher, sir.
Thank you, President.
Okay.
Ma'am, I would like to give a feedback. First of all, would like to thank you for accepting the invite. Some days the sessions are very good, but the participation is very low. So today is such a session. As you said, many LOs are doing a lot of online programs, but we design and roll out programs based on some value. So we felt that this may be very important for entrepreneurs and leaders. So that was the point. But I feel that those who attended would have had their time worth. Uh, we are fortunate to have a lot of national trainers also attending the program. I am a facts and figures guy. I'm a CA, so I'm lot more of number oriented. So the storytelling part just will stick with me for a long time. That's something that I'm taking back. As you said that you cited an example of calling a LO member. So that's something that I would be taking back because we have done a lot of sessions. Usually we are not dependent on the participation on of the for the success of a program. So doing good and leaving everything else is something that we do. So we feel we go with programs that can create value. We do a checkup on that, and once it's finalized, then participation is not a big part in our rollout. So that doesn't affect us usually. But today I felt that should have had some more participation. So thank you for taking up the session, and I feel that it would be worthful for a lot of people. And we are putting it across in YouTube also, so those who didn't attend can easily attend and take back whatever values are there. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yes. Can we have last feedback if somebody is ready? Or thank you, Mugil, for those wonderful words. Thank you for suggesting her. We also received a suggestion from JC Nirja from Vikradabad. I think she's your co entity.
Yeah.
Both of them referred, so that's how we got connected. So
Okay.
glad to remember her also in this juncture. So thank you, ma'am. To officially conclude, I would like to invite JC Anjana for the vote of thanks.
As we conclude today's enriching session, it's my privilege to express our sincere gratitude. Our heartfelt thanks to our esteemed trainer, JFG Usha R. Purnima. Ma'am, thank you for sharing your valuable time, knowledge, and practical insights with the JCI Tripayar family. Your session has reminded us that the most powerful messages are not those that simply inform, they are the ones that inspire, connect, and influence through meaningful stories. We are grateful for your wonderful session and the practical takeaways you have shared with us. I would also like to extend my sincere appreciation to our LO President, JC Sitesh Shashidharan, whose vision continues to create valuable learning opportunities for our members. My sincere appreciation to HGF Anjali Hari Secretary, JC Srijit Chandran Treasurer, JC Shiji NV Director Business, JC Sharath PB Program Director for the excellent planning and coordination in making today's program a success. Finally, heartfelt thanks to every participant for your enthusiastic presence and active participation. Your commitment to continuous learning is what makes every Quest 100 session meaningful. Thank you all.
Thank you, JC Anjana. And we have JC Nirja joining us. Thank you for joining. Yes. So every great leader has a story, every successful brand has a story, and every meaningful influence begins with a story worth telling. May today's session inspire each of us to communicate with authenticity, connect with people through stories, and influence lives in a positive way. Thank you once again for joining us. Keep learning, keep connecting, keep influencing. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you all. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you so much.